everyone, G loves trains here. You join me this morning here in a slightly cold and rainy Birmingham, but don't worry, it's not that time of the year already. I am just outside of Birmingham coach station because yes, I am going to be riding another coach today. So I've already checked out FLIXBUS, I've checked out MEGABUS. I think it's time to have a ride with when you're sad and feeling blue, with nothing better to do. Don't just sit there feeling stressed. Take a trip on the National Express. Let's go on a ride on the National Express. Squishy babies! I've got about 15 minutes to wait now before I board the coach. Not actually sure which stand my coach is going off because on the screens it just says to wait in lounge. So here I am waiting in the lounge. I'm so used to catching a coach now from Manchester Shoot Hill. It actually makes a nice change to catch it from here instead. Here we are boarding now at Bay 10. That's the coach there. All right, we're on board now, got a few minutes until we depart. I say we, of course, as per usual. I'm joined by the local bus/coach expert. We have reserved these seats. We've got 2C and 2D, which is pretty close to the front. Paid an extra £2 per person to reserve these seats.
Your safety is our #1 priority, so please listen carefully to the following messages to help keep you and your driver safe during travel.
And we are off now, making our way through the streets of Birmingham. This is the 12 midday service and we are on here now for 2 hours 45 minutes. We are riding the whole length of the 110 service from Birmingham all the way through to Cardiff. Obviously I'm very excited because yes, we are going to Cardiff, my favourite place in the whole wide world. And now let's hand over to the bus/coach expert who's going to tell us what kind of coach we're on. Lean into my hairy muff, please.
No worries. It's a Scania K440 EB6 Catano Levante 3 and it's actually only 2 months old, so it's quite a new coach.
That is a name that I'm probably not going to remember, not going to lie. We have just got on the motorway now. It is the M5 we're currently travelling along, but just focusing on the inside of the coach. At the seat itself, well, we've got the seat, it is a grey one. In front of me there is a fold down seat tray with a hole in it for a cup, and also directly in front of me there are 2 USB ports, but what is brilliant is that the bottom one is actually a USB-C port. It's very handy for me charging my phone and my camera, in fact, throughout this journey. And you know what, I think we need more USB-C ports on public transport as a whole. Up above me there is a reading light. There's no way I'm reaching that with my arm from here. I think you'd have to stand up to put that on. This coach is very modern. I love this grey and blue colour theme that's going on. I love the blue lights on top of the roof as well. And then at the very front of the coach we've got a display which shows the time. It also has the little toilet symbols that light up when the toilet is in use, and the majority of the screen is taken up with CCTV images throughout this coach, and there is some dash cam, is it called? Dash cam footage on there as well. Whilst we're trundling along the motorway, I think it's time to get eating some food. I've only had a bag of crisps so far this morning, but whilst we were in Birmingham then we went to M&S and then realised how expensive everything was, still bought stuff, and then I went and topped us up with some Greggs snacks as well. So yeah, I'm going to tuck into this now. do not trust that this is going to stay upright. We are an hour into the journey now and we have just entered onto the M50. Honestly, I don't know where time is going at all. It's absolutely flown by so far. Like, we are literally going to be in Cardiff before we know it. I'm going to see as well if I can hold off going to the toilet until Newport, which is the first stop we're making. I'm quite surprised that there's no Wi-Fi on here. Well, I don't know if there's actually meant to be Wi-Fi on here or what, but nothing is coming up. Not that I need it anyways, I'm more than happy to just sit here and look out of the windows. But I'll tell you what's great on this seat tray as well, which I didn't notice at first, is there's like a stand here for your phone. And unlike the drinks bottle, which is falling all over the place, the phone is actually kept fully secure standing in there. Okay, we've stopped at Newport now. I've just come to the toilet. The great thing about the toilet on this coach is that it's not down any flight of steps. As per usual with coaches, it is quite a smallish toilet. I am just hoping that the toilet roll isn't covered in wee. I have just trekked all the way back down from the very back of the coach where the toilet is to my seat, and we did just depart Newport as I was having a wee then as well, which took me very much by surprise. But I am happy to say the toilet paper was not covered in wee. We are at the second to last stop now here at Cardiff University. Yes, 2 of the stops are in Cardiff itself, so after we leave here it really shouldn't be too long until we're getting off the coach ourselves. Looks like the majority of people are getting off here as well. We may have the coach to ourselves in a moment. And we've arrived at the final stop of Cardiff Sophia Gardens, which is sort of like an outdoorsy coach station. But it is time now to say goodbye to the National Express coach. It's a little bit rainy in Cardiff this afternoon, but I am always after new ways to travel down to my favourite place in the whole wide world, especially when I am vlogging my journey down here. But I very much enjoyed taking the coach to Cardiff today. The coach itself, it was quiet, it was modern, and I didn't suffer with a single bit of travel sickness as the ride was very smooth. Now overall the cost of the journey, it was £20.95 per person, and that is including those seat reservations. Now as well, we did actually only book the tickets yesterday. This was a very last minute planned, sort of not planned at all, trip down to Cardiff, but we are going to make the most of it and enjoy our few nights here. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Bye byes! National Express. National Express. Woo!